Good day. This is Nextgrow's Currencies Outlook for next week, starting 18 May 26. As is always the case, I'll be starting with the global capital flow channels, or at least explain that through sometime in the presentation. And what I had last week is a scheme in which gold was receiving global investment capital. So global investment capital flowing into gold, out of the United States dollar, into everything else, especially into emerging market currencies where we will find the ZAR. This is exactly 1 week ago. What we are seeing now at the end of this week is the United States crude light sweet above $100. 105 is only $5 above 100, but it is a significant increase as $100 remain a psychological level for crude, especially United States crude. So if we have this, it means the market is shrugging off the ever-changing news that the Strait of Hormuz is opening. Ever since just after the start of May, these are weekly graphs. Sorry, this is a daily graph. Ever since the start of May, we could see that there has been upward pressure in the US crude light sweet. So the effect of this is that the dollar index last week has found concrete support at 98. And that means the US dollar is strengthening across a basket of currencies, around 6 currencies. And that also brings us to the United States dollar against euro at 116 per euro, whereas last week we had 118 per euro. So clearly, the scheme of global capital flow channels has reversed, with gold now, with capital now flowing out of gold and into the United States dollar. We'll look at that shortly. The net result is gold dropping through this support line, which is really a long-term support line, as this is a weekly gold. This support line has been giving resistance since 2 years ago, May of 2024. Now, then it has given support, and gold has now, for the first time since November last year, dropped right through support of this channel, meaning that gold can now drop further to 4,200. Look at this week where gold dropped past 4,200, but in the week recovered to above the support line. This is how we ended last week with gold on the back foot. So we have to reverse the initial scheme of global capital flows. So capital flow out of gold into the United States dollar, and therefore out of all the rest, especially emerging market currencies, which is our concern. So what I'm saying is, if there ever was confirmation of the positive correlation between gold and emerging market currencies, it is this graph. So gold dropping, especially last week, that is what I've shown here, through support. And what is important, that gold went through support and now finds itself below $4,700 is the drop in the emerging market currency index up to support line, meaning that all emerging market currencies have suffered because of the flow of global capital into United States dollar. Let's look at the dollar index again. There you see the dollar index rising off 98 points. And And you would also, of course, expect that major emerging market currencies would then be weaker. And this is exactly what we have now. My medium-term call remains in between 16 and 17, a sideways range with center of gravity 1650. But last week I had at the stronger side of this range, in other words, there, because we were at just above 1640. Now we are at the start of at the end of last week, almost 1670. And also keep in mind, this 50-week moving average is pressing or giving support to the rand. But once it breaks, it means we would have a bearish ZAR in principle if the ZAR goes above this 50-week moving average. Then finally, what I had last week is a Brent crude light spread continues daily. And what I see is not a widening of the spread as we had the end of March, beginning of April, to a tremendous $17. The spread is normally the red line here, $4.50. Nevertheless, Brent is 109. You will remember crude 105. So the spread is actually narrowing to below the long-term $4.50. And I'm just asking myself, is the market still discounting the Strait to open in the near future? Because if this isn't the case, then you should again see the spread widening, because the regions that suffer are Europe and Asia if this strait remains closed. So, in summary, these currencies are based on intermarket relationships to determine the perceived flow of global capital. It seems that the market is now shrugging off the ever-changing news that the Strait of Hormuz is opening. And really, this is ever-changing, even by the day. If this is the case, the logical conclusion is a risk-off scenario in which gold weakens, the US dollar strengthens across major currencies. I refer to the US dollar index, and emerging currencies consequently weakens. Let's look at that very informative graph again. Gold dropping, all emerging market currencies are dropping fast, up to support by the end of last week. So even the very strong Brazilian real, I don't have a real graph this week, has weakened to above 5 Brazilian real for the US dollar. And that was really a front runner. But the Brazilian real was a front runner against the United States dollar as far as EM currencies are concerned. This leads to the conclusion of a weaker ZAR, specifically weaker than 1650, while within the 16 to 17 per USD sideways range. This hasn't changed, but now on the weaker side of the center of gravity, which is 1650. Last week I had this outlook is nullified should the USD strengthen through 116 resistance. It didn't strengthen through 116 resistance, but right up to 116. Now I have this outlook is nullified should the USD weaken through 118 support. Please note this is an outlook for currencies, not for any other financial instrument. Note that disclaimers and all graphs drawn on the LSEG platform.